So, for the past few weeks, we've been talking about characteristics of leaders with an anxious attachment style. So, this week, let's move to the other end of the attachment spectrum, the avoidant attachment style. Now, there are actually two types of avoidant attachment, dismissive and fearful. So, take Miranda Priestly from The Devil Wears Prada. When her team knows that she's on her way to the office, they start scrambling, right? Everything has to be perfect before she arrives. And when she does walk in, you can see the anxiety on everyone's faces. They cower as she walks by, afraid of attracting her critical stare. She's powerful, brilliant, and completely emotionally unavailable. She is the perfect avatar for the dismissive avoidant leader. Leaders with this dismissive avoidant attachment style, like Miranda, often have a confident, even arrogant exterior. They keep people at arm's length, not because they don't care, but many times because they simply don't know how to connect. And like Miranda, these leaders rarely give clear feedback and encouragement. They just have high expectations and a lot of silence to offer. They tend to be deficient when it comes to growing and developing others because they feel as though they're really the only ones who can get it right, and they just don't want to invest the time in mentoring others. They tend to avoid emotional conversations, seeing them as distractions instead of opportunities to build trust on their teams. But underneath that arrogant, icy exterior, deep insecurity. Avoidant leaders, above all else, fear vulnerability. They believe that if they get too close, they'll lose control. Or worse, they'll be seen as weak. The result? A team that feels unsure, unmotivated, and disconnected. People don't just want to do good work. They want to know that their work matters and that they're seen in the workplace. Despite what Miranda believes, leadership isn't just about power and individual achievement. It's about connection. Maybe you've worked for a Miranda, or maybe you are a Miranda. If you recognize yourself in this description, it is possible to change that dismissive avoidant leadership story. You don't need to stay behind those impenetrable walls of protection. You can learn to embrace connection and vulnerability to become a more secure leader. Keep following this video series to learn how in the coming weeks.